Welcome to the stretch. Today we are doing a 25-minute stretch session catered towards indoor cyclists. Since we will be using the wall, the stretches will be very passive, meaning the wall will do most of the work. We just have to put ourselves in the right position. All you'll need today are a blanket or a towel or something to add some extra padding below you. To begin, go ahead and sit in a cross-legged position with the left side of your body to the wall, leaving a few inches of space between your body and the wall. We'll be starting with a chest opener, so reach the left arm behind you, palm facing the wall, and then slowly starting to bend the elbow, walk the hands a few inches up the wall, just to make sure that the elbow is above the shoulder. To stabilize yourself, place the right hand next to the right hip, sitting up nice and tall. See if you can square the chest and the shoulders forward. And keeping the neck in a neutral position, let the breath slow down the heart rate, smooth out the practice. And as the chest starts to open up, if you want to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder, you'll start to feel a lengthening in the left side of the upper neck. And keeping tall in the spine, as the chest opens, you might start to feel a tightness in the upper back region. So try and keep the shoulders relaxed and the breath moving. We'll focus on opening up the shoulders and the back once we open up both sides of the chest. Taking another deep breath in and letting it go. Slowly start to slide the left arm down the wall. And once the arm is released, shrug the shoulders a few times, move the head side to side. Make a note of any difference that you may feel between the right and left sides. Taking the stretch over to the right side, go ahead and spin around. That way the right arm will be facing the wall. Reaching the right arm behind you, palm facing the wall, bend the elbow, walk the hand up, just to ensure that the elbow is a few inches above the shoulders. Stabilize yourself by placing the left arm by the left hip, and then working on squaring the shoulders and the chest forward. Keep a neutral spine and continue breathing in and out with controlled, slow breaths. If you want to take the stretch into the neck, start to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, feeling an opening all along the right side of the upper neck. Make sure to keep the chest open, the breath slow, and the spine nice and long. again, if you start to feel a tightness in the upper back, keep in mind that the next stretch that we would do will be focused on opening up the shoulders and targeting the upper back region. Slowly coming out of the right side, go ahead and let the right arm slide down the wall, and then shrugging the shoulders, moving the head side to side. And then moving forward again, you can either stay in the cross-legged position, or if you find that to be uncomfortable, go ahead and bring the feet together and sit on the heels. And coming into our shoulder stretch, we're going to come into an arm wrap by taking the left arm, reaching it underneath the right, and either wrapping one more time around the wrist and placing the palms together, or if the shoulders are tight, just press the backs of the hands into each other. While sitting tall, try to also relax the shoulders. A trick to do it is to think about pulling the sides of the body down by lowering through the armpits. If you start to feel the elbows dip low, make sure to press the hands tighter together and then elevate the elbows so that you can keep a space between your chest and your triceps. If you want to take it deeper, you can add in a forward fold, keeping the arms wrapped, and then hinging at the hips, slowly lowering the arms and chest down. Use the breath to lift the ribs away from the hips, ensuring that the fold stays long in the spine. If the stretch ever becomes too intense, you can always just lift yourself right back up, staying long in the spine. And taking another deep breath in, use the exhale to slowly lift you up, keeping the arms wrapped. Once you are all the way up, release the arms down. And again, move the head side to side, roll the shoulders back, and then go ahead and straighten the legs out in front of you, shaking them out, moving them side to side, and loosening them up. And as we switch sides, if you are moving back to the cross-legged position, see if you can alternate the lead legs so that the opposite foot is in front this time. So on the opposite side, this time the right arm will be underneath the left, and again you can either press the palms together or you can press the back of the hands together depending on how tight the shoulders are. If you'd like to take the stretch deeper, you can add a forward fold. Keep the spine long and use the inhales to lift the chest up and the exhales to allow you to fold deeper. Staying in the stretch, take a deep breath in and let it go. Again, if the stretch ever becomes too intense, you can slowly start to lift yourself back up. Take another deep breath in. Use the exhale to slowly start to lift yourself up, coming out of the stretch, unwinding the arms, reaching the legs out in front of you, moving the head side to side, rolling the shoulders back. Coming into our next stretch for the quadriceps, you will be kneeling on one knee against the wall. So walking the right foot up the wall, place the right knee next to the wall on the ground, standing up on the left foot, and then either holding the stretch here or placing both hands on top of the left knee. You should start to feel an opening in the front part of the right leg. Depending on how tight you are, it might be a little intense, so you can either stay bent forward with hands on the ground, or if you can place hands on the left knee, you can lift the chest up, standing up nice and tall. If you want to take the stretch deeper, all you have to do is see if you can drive through your left foot, moving your hips closer towards the wall. If the stretch is too intense, all you have to do is move the right knee a little further away from the wall. Taking another deep breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and slowly start to come out of the stretch, bringing both hands down to the ground. Left knee comes to the ground. Go ahead and sit on the heels. And then moving over onto the left side, this time kneeling on the left knee, standing on the right foot. Left knee as close to the wall as you can get it. Left foot is walking up the wall, and you can either keep hands on the ground, place both hands on the right knee, and sit tall. Again, if the stretch is too intense, all you have to do is move the left knee a little bit further away from the wall. You want to take the stretch just a little bit deeper. See if you can drive the right foot, moving the hips a little bit closer towards the wall. And taking a deep breath in. Use the exhale to slowly come out of the stretch. Both hands come down to the ground. Kneeling on both knees. Go ahead and sit on the heels, moving the hips around in circles. And then turning around, let's go ahead and face the wall, this time coming to our backs. Walking your feet up the wall, you're going to scoot yourself as close as you can to the wall. We're going to be coming into a butterfly, so working on the inner thighs, bending the knees outward, bringing the soles of the feet together. You can use the wall to press your feet into, and also pressing open the inner thighs by pressing the knees towards the wall. So as this is a passive stretch, gravity will do the work. If you want to reach hands up and overhead, you get an opening in the chest and all along the sides of the body. with each breath. Slowly over time, you'll start to feel the heels fall closer to the ground and the knees make their way closer towards the wall. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, and exhaling out the mouth. If arms are overhead, go ahead and slowly bring them back down by the sides, and then placing them on the outer edges of both knees. Go ahead and draw the knees together, hugging knees into the chest, and then extending legs straight up onto the wall. Go ahead and wiggle the legs, wiggle the toes, and then coming into our hip openers, starting with the right side. Bend the right knee, placing the flexed foot on the thigh of the left leg, just above the knee. And then you can either keep the left leg straight, or if you want to take the stretch deeper, you can start to bend the left knee, walking the left foot down the wall until you find your desired stretch. Keeping the right hand on the right knee, the left hand on the right ankle. It's a nice reminder to keep the right foot flexed, and anytime you feel yourself wanting to go deeper in the stretch, all you have to do is press the right knee away from the chest towards the wall with the right hand. Another way to take the stretch deeper is by walking the left foot farther down the wall, causing the left knee to bend more, pushing the left knee with the right foot placed on it closer to the chest. Taking a deep breath in, and then letting it go. Slowly starting to come out of the right side, releasing the left foot down, releasing the right foot off of the left knee. Go ahead and extend both legs straight up, and then moving the feet side to side, wiggling the legs. See if you notice a difference between right and left legs. And then moving on to the left side, bend the left knee, placing the left foot on the thigh of the right leg, and then slowly starting to walk the right foot down the wall, creating a stretch in the left hip, placing the left hand on the left knee, right hand on the left ankle, and then allowing the breath to move down towards the hip, using the exhales to release the hip with each breath. If you want to take the stretch a little bit deeper, slowly walk the right foot further down the wall, closer to the ground, creating a deeper bend in the right knee, allowing for a deeper stretch in the left hip. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, sending the breath to the left hip. Use the exhale to slowly start to extend both legs straight up along the wall, releasing the legs by moving the feet side to side, bending, flexing through the ankle, and then moving into our final pose, a straddle, keeping both legs straight. Slowly start to let both legs fall straight down towards the ground, creating a straddle with the legs, keeping the feet flexed, and then just allowing gravity to work on the legs. You should start to feel an opening in the inner thighs. You should start to feel gravity doing its work. With each exhale, you might feel the legs opening wider, even if it's just by a little bit each time. Taking deep breaths in through the nose, filling up the belly. Taking a nice long exhale. As we start to come to the end of our practice, you can stay here in this position if you'd like, or if you'd like to slowly come out of it, bring the hands to the outer edges of the legs, slowly drawing the knees in closer to the chest, and then hugging the knees into the chest, rocking side to side or back and forth. is where I will leave you. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me today. Please continue to work on working out, and I invite you to join our community online at lesweat.com. Link is below. In the meantime, keep sweating and stretching, and have a fantastic day.